We're black raspberry picking today with Stephen and Faith on Kowalski Mountain.
You want them?
Let me get rid of those. Look how deep they are. They're way up in there. Good morning, it's Barbara Sue at Kowalski Mountain, and I'm here with my daughter Faith Hardy, and we are picking more black raspberries. We picked 8.5 cups yesterday, and we're going to pick some more today to make jam and pie, so come along. So these black raspberries grow wild here on Kowalski Mountain, and we have patches in several different places. We picked a patch closer to the RV yesterday. This patch is up in the upper field where we hunt and also grow our food plots for the deer. So just to give you an idea of how big this berry patch is, and remember these are wild black raspberries that grow here on Kowalski Mountain. Let's take a walk around the patch. Covered in berries. These will be ripe very soon. Whoops, here's Faith. Picking some berries. I love the wildflowers. It's one of my favorite flowers. When we move here, we'll do some grooming on this patch. Look, here's a good one. I want that one. good berries way up there in the top. And here we are, back to where we started. So this patch doesn't seem to have as many ripe berries as the patch that we picked yesterday, but they are coming. Unfortunately, we're going to miss the harvest, so we're going to have to pick as many as we can while we're here. While there are snakes in Kentucky, there are not as many as there are in Florida, so I'm not as worried walking here in the high grass, but of course you're always looking for snakes. This one's good for eating. Really good. My fingers are turning purple. Well, I've picked about all I can from this spot. Let's find another spot.
Come look at this patch over here, Mom.
Oh wow, that's a good patch. And you don't have to get into the thorns to get them either. Even better.
Yay, me.
There's Philip and Steven. Philip's doing a little mowing and Steven's going to be doing a little bit of shooting, a little target practice, get his gun sighted in. Bushes are just covered. The harvest in only a week or so is going to be amazing, and unfortunately we're going to miss that. We'll be back soon. I mean, it just goes on and on. Look at all these berries. Lots of good berries up here high. Had to work my way into the patch to get to them. So Faith and I picked about 8 cups of black raspberries today, and yesterday with Steven's help we picked another 8.5 cups. Now I'm going to be making jam with my berries, and Faith, what are you going to make?
I will be making a pie. A black raspberry pie.
That'll be yummy.
Yeah, it will.
So we are going to both post what we're done with our berries, so be sure to watch that on our channels. So I am Kowalski Mountain at KowalskiMountain.com and Kowalski Mountain on YouTube. And Faith, where are you at?
I am Faith Nelson on YouTube, and I will be changing my name sometime soon in the future.
Cool. All right, so watch to see what we got going on. So I am going to get this jam going. I've got my berries all crushed here in my pot, and I need to add the sugar and get this cooking. Now I really would have liked to have run this through the food mill and get some of those seeds out, but I don't have that with me. That's in Florida. I'm a little worried about this pot being too small. When you watch me make the blackberry jam, it boiled up quite a bit, but this is the only pot I've got, so this is going to have to work. I was really hoping to make some jam this time, so Philip and I think this is my 4th of July coming to Kentucky every year for the 4th of July, and every year we see the berries ripening, but we've never timed it well enough to be able to pick them at their best and to be able to make jam. So this is actually the first jam I'm making with the berries that we grew here on the mountain. And really they're wild berries. We can't really take credit for it. But it's still exciting that this is the first product that I'm making here with something that grew right here on the property. I have the jars outside in the water bath canner on the grill. They are coming to a boil to be sterilized. I'm going to go ahead and put this sink cover in place. One of the things about living in an RV is the sinks usually have a cover, and that allows me to have a little extra counter space while I'm doing this project. So I am going to use that today. This kitchen is actually larger than the kitchen in the RV that we live in Florida. So I always feel that this is kind of luxurious for me to live in this RV because it's so much bigger than the one that we currently live in. Now I'm going to add, I have a little bit of jam left that's not going to fit in the water bath canner. So I'm just going to put this in a jar. It's going to seal up anyway. I'm going to keep it in the fridge because it won't be processed. And we will eat this jar first. Can't wait to try it. Faith and I picked our berries a few days ago. More have ripened. I'm going to pick more. I'm going to make another batch of black raspberry jam, but I'm going to take that home and do it. So right now I'm just picking the berries and I'm freezing them, and I'll take them home and finish the jam at home. We'll see if that'll stay. I hope so. I'll dump my berries. Hello friends, let me show you what I've been out here doing. So I kind of got a little wild hair and a little off task. I came up here to pick some more black raspberries. I was fighting with the branches and I couldn't get to the berries, and so I decided I'd start cutting out some of these junk trees. So there's some overgrowth in there, it doesn't belong in there, and I can't get to the berries. The bushes are also way too tall, so they really need some pruning. So I'm picking the berries as we go. The Japanese beetles are already coming in really bad and they're going to get the berries. So we really don't have much of a season left. So I am just kind of picking as I go and pulling out all this dead brush. I've got a whole big pile here. I'm probably going to regret this when I have to clean it all up. So it's somewhat easy to tell the black raspberries from the junk trees and the vines because they have thorns, and the other things in this patch don't. So the thorns tell me what is good and what is not. Like no thorns on this one. Now pruning all this isn't going to cause any damage. It's going to grow back next year just fine. But we'll clean it out and make it a more manageable berry patch. so that it's a little bit easier to harvest the berries.